You thought the move was yours. When the relationship was on the edge, you played the no contact card. You thought your silence would create a storm in her world, that she would miss you, become restless, and finally pick up her phone to type, "We need to talk." But weeks turned into a month. Instead of a storm, you were met with a strange, solid silence. No calls, no texts. And that's when the terrifying thought hits you. What if she's playing the game too? What if my silence, instead of pulling her closer, is actually strengthening her own resolve to stay silent? This is the moment where most men lose. They fall into the very trap they set for themselves. They believe this game of silence is a power struggle, and whoever speaks first is the weaker one. But what if I told you that this entire premise is wrong? This isn't a chess match where one person wins and the other loses. This is like standing in front of a mirror. What your silence means to her depends entirely on who you see in that mirror. A strong, confident man or a desperate lover just waiting for the right reaction. In today's video, we will find the way out of this labyrinth of silence. You will learn how to see this situation not as a power struggle, but as an opportunity for self-discovery. By the end of this video, you won't just understand the reason for her silence. You will attain a mental fortitude where her return or absence no longer has the power to destroy your inner peace. Let's begin. Point 1. Her silence speaks a different language. The biggest mistake men make is assuming that their no contact means the same thing as her no contact. For you, no contact might be a strategy, a plan through which you want to make her realize your value. But for her, her silence could be an expression of something entirely different. It could be relief. Perhaps the relationship had become a mental burden for her. Your silence has freed her from that weight. She can now breathe on her own, spend time with friends, and invest time in her hobbies. Your absence, instead of causing her pain, is giving her peace. Or it could be confirmation. Maybe she had already checked out of the relationship mentally a long time ago. Your silence simply proved her decision right. She's thinking, see, he's not even trying. This means I made the right choice. In this case, your strategy isn't even reaching her. You need to understand that you might be playing this game with an emotional intensity that she no longer shares. While you think this is a tennis match and you've just sent the ball into her court, she might have already packed her bags and left the stadium. So stop taking her silence as a personal attack. See it as data. The data is this. At this moment, her focus is not on you, and that is what will prepare you for the next step. Point 2, the trap of filling the void. When you're in no contact and get no response from her, a huge void is created in your mind. And it's human nature that we don't like voids. We want to fill them with something. What are you filling that void with during this time? Most men fill it with anxiety, overanalyzing, and playing detective on social media. When was she last active online? Did she post a new picture? Who is liking or commenting on her photos? You may not be talking to her, but mentally, you are with her 24/7. You might be physically in no contact, but you are mentally in full contact. The moment you fall into this trap, you lose, because your energy and focus are being directed to the wrong place. That void in your life was meant to be filled with your own self-improvement, not with obsession over her. Think about it. What if you use this time to learn a new skill? Or hit the gym and transform your physique? Or focused on your career to achieve a major goal? When you make your own life so compelling and full, her return becomes an option, not a necessity. The void in your life will be filled with your own achievements. And for a man, there is nothing more attractive than that. Point 3. The abundance versus scarcity mindset. Everything depends on your mindset during no contact. Are you operating from a scarcity mindset or an abundance mindset? A scarcity mindset tells you, she was the only good thing in my life. I can't live without her. I have to get her back. This mindset breeds fear, insecurity, and desperation. When you are silent with this mentality, even your silence sounds weak. On the other hand, an abundance mindset tells you, she was a beautiful part of my life, but not the only part. I have many other sources of love, happiness, and success in my life. I believe in my own worth and my future. When you practice no contact with this second mindset, your silence speaks of strength and self-confidence. You're not sending her the message that I am incomplete without you. Instead, you are sending the message that I am complete on my own, and I want someone who will add to my completeness, not someone who is there to fill my void. This shift in mindset is visible externally. Your walk, your work, your social behavior, this confidence shines through in everything. And women can sense this self-assurance from a distance. The man whose value is not dependent on someone else's validation is the man who ultimately earns respect. Point 4. Let your actions speak for your silence. The final and most crucial point. Your job isn't just to be quiet. Your job is to build a life that speaks for you. Think about it for a moment. If you were to bump into her a month from now, in what state would she find you? As the same broken, disappointed man she left? Or as a new, improved, and confident man? Your time in silence is your time for reinvention. Your silence only becomes powerful when there is a story of hard work and progress behind it. Physically, go to the gym, take care of your health. Your physical transformation is a reflection of your mental strength. Financially, focus on your career. Find new ways to increase your income. Financial stability is one of the biggest sources of confidence. Socially, reconnect with old friends, meet new people. Build a social life that doesn't revolve solely around her. When you genuinely become busy with your own life, no contact ceases to be a tactic. It becomes a natural byproduct of your lifestyle. You will no longer be waiting by the phone for a message because you will have more important things to do than wait. And that is when the magic happens. When she realizes that you are not waiting around for her, but are instead taking your life to another level. Her entire perception of you changes. Your silence is no longer a symbol of weakness or strategy. It becomes proof of your strength. Conclusion. Remember, the true purpose of no contact is not to get her back. The true purpose is to get yourself back. The version of you who is not dependent on any one person for his happiness. If she comes back, she will be coming back to an improved, stronger man. And if she doesn't, you will have become a man whose life is not significantly damaged by her absence. In either scenario, you win. So stop worrying about her silence. Put your own silence to work. See it as a period of discipline through which you will become the best version of yourself. Because in the end, the man who can control his own world feels no need to control anyone else. Now it's your turn. Let me know in the comments, have you ever faced this situation of mutual silence? What was your experience? Your story might just help another man navigate through his own difficult time.